I was born in Montego Bay on January the 28th, 1982. My name is Jessica Olivia Neal, and my brother's name is Oscar Edward Neal. When I was born, I weighed 9 pounds. Now I weigh 80 pounds, and I'm 5 feet and 3 inches tall. I'm going to England on August the 25th, 1991. I'm going to miss Jamaica because of my friends, but most of all because of my house.
I read my mum's diary. I remember my mum's.
Did you?
Yeah. It was open on the dining room table, and she'd written in capital letters, "We will move to England."
I was quite tall. I was sort of my height now, pretty much. So I had big afro, and I had a Jamaican accent at the time, which didn't last very long. But I was just quite different, I think. It's the first 11 years of your life, the most formative time. That's how I think for both of us. We grew out of the land, the love I had for that house. I just remember that being such an intense feeling that I still have. The 9-year-old that I was in Jamaica, I feel like she stayed there. I first had the idea to make this film 10 years ago, around 2004, when I just finished uni. When I left Jamaica aged 9 in 1991, it was quite a difficult experience in lots of ways. I'd left one home for another, and they were two very different places, and as a child that's quite a lot to try and process. And so I had the idea of making a documentary so that when I went back as an adult I wouldn't experience some of those same feelings of loss. I wanted to document it and share that with people. We're also going to be interviewing lots of people who've made the journey from Jamaica to here to try and find out more about their experiences of home, how they feel about leaving Jamaica. Do they still feel as Jamaican today as they did 40 years ago when they first moved? Do they consider themselves British? What does that even mean? Does it even matter? I think of myself definitely as very British now. I suppose I just think that I was born in Jamaica, and so that's a part of my heritage. That is a part of who I am.
I really do feel that I am. I'm just Oscar. And I was born in Jamaica. Do you know what I mean? And I'm very, very resistant to ideas of patriotism and that sort of. I really, and I always have been since I was really young. I kind of really had this idea of. I found people saying, you're from here, and this is who you are, and it's all to do with what colour your skin is. My dad referring to it as sort of the best of both worlds, and then again, it just felt to me very much that was sort of saying there were two worlds, and it was quite easy to see what he meant by the two worlds. Yeah. I found it strange as a kid, and still find it strange now.
A couple of years ago I made a short film in tribute to our late dad, Bunny Neal, who was a magician and escapologist. The experience of making that film kind of made me realise that it was really doable, actually, that there's so much support out there from people. It wasn't this kind of big scary thing that I had no idea how to do. So doing that has kind of directly led me to now, and we're making this film.
Within a time of 1 minute 35 seconds, Bunny was out and swimming about. Later his only comment was, "I wish I'd had deeper water, it was very rough."
So far we've had 2 really successful fundraising events, and the money from those events combined with some really generous family support has enabled us to buy our flights. So we're going, it's happening. We're going in April, which really isn't very long away, it's only a couple of months away. And now we really needed your help. We need some help to raise £5,000 for the production costs. We need money for equipment, for our crew, for accommodation, for living costs while we're out there. Basically everything that we need to make this film happen.
Hello, we're Peg Productions and we are the crew behind the documentary. We feel honoured that Jess has approached us and asked us to be a part of it.
I know £5,000 seems like a lot of money, but really it's the minimum amount to get this production off the ground.
We have an opportunity here to create something really fantastic with your support.
So please help us do it.
Everything you give will go towards making this film happen, and making it the best documentary I know it can be. As well as my story and my brother Oscar's story, which obviously are very important to me, is also all the other stories that we're going to tell along the way. I really want to do those stories justice and honour the people who've been so trusting and open to share their lives with us in this way. And that's really what this film is all about. So anything you can give will be amazing. Please help us make this story. Let's help us do this thing. Thanks very much.